Fine, big boy. You're doing the fines. You're doing the fines. What the? Do your job, you stupid piece of garbage. Title. Cancel culture. Go live. Boop. Okay. Wait, maybe Arm I Live? Arm I Live? That doesn't even make sense to say. Alive? Are you doing a thing? Are you good, bro? Customize my dashboard. Yeah, no, I ain't customize the layout. Easier way to manage your live stream. Drag and drop modules. What the fuck does that even mean? Show or hide modules. Add or remove. Customizations are here. Got it. That sounds like a lot of complicated stuff. I mean, it sounds neat, but I'm not that smart. Anyway. So, I take my screen. Let me just readjust it a little bit. Readjust my camera-ish. I don't know what I'm doing. So, share, move. Go. Pour myself some tea. Get ready. God. So somebody over here on Facebook, write me a comment. See, I'm doing this a little differently now. Facebook, because I used to use my phone. And now I'm using my computer. It's a thing in the space age technological advancement era of human beings. And so I need somebody to write a comment over here because I need to make sure this fucking thing works. Because I know it works on my phone, which I feel safe about, but I've yet to see a comment pop up on here whenever I use it on my computer. Hey, sorry I'd stay, but I got to go to bed, have a nice painting session. I mean, you said something, so thanks. At least I know it works. All right. Thumbs up. So thanks. All right. So I'm not going to work on this because this is nothing. Probably not going to work on Dogman either. God, I really got to shave. I meant to shave my head like 2 days ago. It's disgustingly hairy and weird and bald. But what I need to do is finish up a whole bunch of other crap. So that's what I'm going to do. Oh, this makes it more awkward now because I have to kind of go and spin around here to look at this monitor. I need to hook up a third monitor over here. So I have like this convenient. And now I also, I don't know if you can see it. I don't know if I can even pull it. Get a fade. Get a fade in your line straight. Oh, for my hair? Don't be weird. But a mic thingy. My mic arm over here. You guys can't see it, but I have like this neat little other arm over here and all kinds of stuff. My whole setup's crazy. I built it out of all kinds of things and it's all nuts. So, but I mean, you can see it, my double monitors and all kinds of other wackadoo stuff. I'm trying to make sure this mic arm works pretty good where it's at, but I think my paints are going to be in the way. Anyway, let me get some of my paints up out the floor that I might need. No. Because everything kind of got thrown around today. I kind of cleaned. You can't see, but my whole, like, over there is actually clean. And, bro, like, I ain't going to get my fade. What fade? All the way back here? I'm going to get it, like, lined. Oh, I'm behind. Did I finish what other painting? Because no, I didn't. It doesn't matter what fucking painting you're talking about, dude. I actually just said, I was just saying I got to finish like a whole bunch of paintings. No, Dogman here. This little Dogman female combo is, hang on a second. Those are garbage. See, what I'm doing with those is I'm making part of a continuation of this, right? Which I never finished this because I never knew what I wanted to do with this the queen here. Well, the queen is going to be this chick. This is going to be the same chick. But until I know what I want to do with her dress, I haven't dressed her either. So, but the sky here is going to be the same sky, so it'll make connections, and it'll kind of be like the inside of this place will be this place, so it'll make sense. But I usually do a set of 4 paintings that are relatively similar. Oh, and we'll talk about cancel culture. That's my subject for the night. Only because I've been talking to my wife about it all day. And but I also have to finish this little guy here. Only I got to just finish it with red, and then it'll be done. Not that bad. Which I just got to do another layer of red to cover up the black lines, you know, and that one will be done. So what I'm doing right now is I'm just kind of finishing up some, which I started this because I just had the idea in my head rolling, and I was like, I got to do that. So I did it. But now I'm like, I fucking got to finish everything else. However, this one's driving me nuts to finish right now. So, you know, for the next few sessions, what I'm going to be doing is probably finishing. Hey, Daddy. Hello, son. We're going to be talking about cancel culture today. And how I'm jealous that I don't get canceled for some of the stupid shit I say. I'm very upset about this. I really go out of my way to say some offensively stupid shit. And nobody cares about it. Nobody gives me the attention, God damn it, I deserve. They're canceling a fucking plastic potato. And now they're canceling Dr. fucking Seuss. But they won't cancel me. Hello? Have you ever heard me fucking talk out loud? It is goddamn ridiculous. The shit I say, my own fucking wife wants to cancel me most of the time. She's like, Jesus Christ, husband, shut the fuck up. But I don't. And yeah, I'm pretty jealous that a goddamn potato gets canceled before me, for fuck's sakes. That is not fair, people. That is not fair. Are we getting canceled, sir? No, I'm not, and it makes me mad. And fuck you, clown. I was talking about your Groot Skeletor painting. Oh, no. That one back there. You know what? It's sitting right here. That bad boy right there has something special coming. And it's not a painting. It won't be a painting when it's done. And that's the special thing. It will transcend, sir, beyond painting into something else. And actually, Turbo wants it. And I've known Turbo for, wow. I've known Turb for a long time. So Turbo wanted it, and he was asking me when I get done with it, what it would take. Hang on a minute. Let me go back up here. It's being fucking fruity. Quit being weird. I need to talk about gender non-binary more. Hold on a minute. Oh my God, I'm getting everything from everybody. Hang on a second. Yes, I'm going to freestyle about cancel culture this time. We'll get to that in a second. And but as far as it goes, dude, yeah, the that thing over there, the big thing, dude, it's going to be. Yes, it will be something special. You'll see, and I'll tag you in the when we get to that, to finishing it up, because it's not going to be a painting. When I finish it, it'll be definitely multimedia done. It'll be something different, a lot different. That is for certain. So I will definitely tag you in it, or not tag you, but I'll let you know before I do it, so you can watch it transcend space over into something different than just a fucking painting, because it's not working. It's not working for me. So it's time it becomes God and not a piece of it. Now, as far as are they going to replace, you know what, Sean, here's the deal. And Clown's here with me. So, we can get this baby Godzilla. Two things. One, Baby Godzilla is adorable. Two, Minya and Minya are the fucking retarded Baby Godzillas that I hate. Godzilla Jr., fine. I think those kids, oh, it's the clay. She put the clay fucking things back in there and just had shit all over them. Anyway, those are the ones I hate. So when you say Baby Godzilla, you got to be more specific. Because Baby Godzilla is cute. The little fat, rolly-headed one with the big googly eyes, that one's adorable. I like that one. No beef there. God damn it, Spartacus, quit it. Put your legs in front. Put your big ass deer legs. Thank you. Anyway, don't lie for you love them. I love you, Clown. You know, I was actually considering adopting Clown at one point. For future reference, everybody. Now he's too old to adopt, but you know, when I met the boy, he was but a young lad, and a young Sasquatch in the woods, almost lost and abandoned in the world. Good kid though, good kid. And we talked a long time about adopting that poor guy. And yeah, I know you were, buddy. And you know, you'll always have a special place in my heart. Aw. Oh, you know, yeah, those would look good like that. Anyway, so other than being awkward as fuck, as far as the talking gender non-binary more, we'll talk about that later. But the cancel culture thing, for real, I understand. My wife and I have been arguing about this all day. Here is my take on cancel culture and why it's a problem. Cancel culture is a scary thing, okay? It is a very scary thing. I'm about to cancel culture this painting here because I fucking hate it. The representation was supposed to be of, my mom wanted me to paint a picture of her. And it was representative, I don't know what you, potato, I don't know what you want to call it, of kind of like her looking at herself and reflections and blah, 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 blah. But it's stupid, and I hate it might. Why is it that a vegetable can why is it that a vegetable that you can make into whatever has to have a gender? Well, here's the thing. I'm not concerned about having a gender. Here's what Hasbro did. And this is my point. Nobody's brought this up yet. Hasbro do this because they are woke. Hasbro did this to make money. Hasbro pops up, makes it a big, elaborate, public fucking deal about we're changing the name of Mr. Potato Head to be more inclusive. All right, cool, bro. Nobody's giving a shit about Mr. Potato Head toys because everybody's doing this now. Okay. Well, if you create a woke toy, woke people will have to buy it to prove their wokeness. That's how it works now. If you want to be woke and you want to make sure that people next to you know how woke you are, well, you got to make damn sure that they see every woke goddamn thing possible around you and in your life. So you'll buy the woke stuff. You'll buy the woke fucking clothes, the woke fucking whatever. That's what you'll do. So Hasbro says, look at us. Here's this new toy. It's not a new toy, it's an old toy, but we're going to modify it to be woke as fuck. We're not going to have it say Mr. or Mrs. anymore. It's just going to be Potato Head. Now, they're not taking away Mr. or Mrs., kind of like Twinkies. They're making it it's a public stunt. I mean, that's all it could be. Because what they could have done, if they honestly wanted to fight for the cause, if they honestly wanted to genuinely make a difference without that public acknowledgement and the heroism of it. Look at how woke we are, everybody. We're heroes. We're so brave. If they didn't want that acknowledgement purposely so they could make a buck, purposely so they could get the attention all focused on them to show everybody how great they were and remind you and everybody else that they have a Potato Head toy and you'll buy it again because nobody's bought one in so fucking long. Guarantee it. Could have easily just changed the name never brought it up publicly, never made it a showboating situation where they talked about it. And people would have come around and went, hey, you know what's cool about it? They took away the Mr. and Mrs. Oh, that's pretty nice. That's pretty cool. They're actually trying to be a part of this movement now. Instead of them forcefully pointing out, hey, look at us. Hey, look at us. Hey, look at us. Hey, guys, look at us. Look at how woke we are. Remember Mr. Potato Head? Oh, you don't? Because it was like 20 years ago when you had one? Oh, but we're still around. Hey, but now it's not Mr. Potato Head no more. No, because we're woke. We're woke as fuck. It's just Potato Head now. We're getting rid of the Mr. and Mrs. because that ain't cool, bro. You need to get one of these woke toys for your kid now, okay? Because your kids are woke, right? And you want to be woke, right? You want to prove that you're woke to them, right? Yeah, come on, bro. We got it. It is a marketing ploy. That's all it is. 100%. And I haven't seen anybody talking about that yet. And I'm kind of surprised that nobody has thought about that yet. It's like, what? Like, what the fuck? That would have been the first thing out of my fucking mind. Eventually, nothing will have a race or a gender. That's fact. And the thing about that is, it's like, what's wrong with having a race or a gender? Everybody wants to be so fucking special now that nobody's going to be allowed to be special anymore. Like, what the fuck? Okay, it's okay to be a woman. It's okay to be a man. There is something special about being one or the other. It's okay. You know, women have special abilities. Men do not. Men have special abilities. Women do not. And that's okay. Like, that's all right. Just because, like, okay, there's that old song or whatever, you know, anything you can do, I can do better. Anything you can do, or anything you can do, I can do fine, or something like that. Whatever that old song or whatever was. And it was about women being able to do what men can do. Yes, women can do whatever men can do for the most part. There are some things, factually speaking, they can't. As well as men. They just can't. Oh, hang on a second. And that's one of the problems there is women can have babies. Men cannot. I don't give a fuck about this new transgender men can. They can have babies. No, men, males of the species cannot have babies. Fact. You can pretend all day long you're a man, but if you have a vagina and the uterus and the ovaries and all that stuff there, you're still technically a female of the species that is just wanting to be a man, wanting to be associated as a man, wanting to be believed to be a man, etc., etc. That is the sense, that's the word, identify as a man. That is saying, I identify as a man. That doesn't, the word identify as does not state, I am a man. And everybody goes, when they go, well, they identify as a man, so they are a man. Wrong. Look up the fucking terms. Look up the dictionary meaning of these fucking words. Identify does not state, therefore is. That's not the point I'm making here. Cancel culture. You cannot cancel, you know, stupid shit. They're not canceling Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head, by the way. They're actually keeping Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head. They're just taking the name away. It just says Potato Head. Okay, fine. But they did it as a stunt, as a ploy, as a marketing ploy to regain popularity now during this woke time. Fucking genius on their part. Genius marketing. I love how I'm 20 minutes in and I haven't painted a goddamn thing. I haven't even wet my brush. But it is a marketing ploy, point blank. And you're a fucking idiot if you don't think it isn't. It's smart as fuck. Somebody in marketing got a fucking pay raise and a fucking new office out of that deal. That's not as obvious a marketing ploy. Look how many people are talking about Hasbro and Potato Head now. Yeah, I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's a genius marketing ploy. It's not a, it may not be so obvious to your average person because most people are fucking idiots, but it's still a marketing ploy. Once they hear of my wiener slashing days with my pinking nail, I'll get the cancellation or I'll be a hero. Hard to tell. Well, hashtag 2021, bro. I could be, you know, I'm slashing my wiener off because, you know, trans this, trans that. It's all good. When we are all the same, nothing separates us to be special. And that's what I was saying, dude. Like he said, eventually nothing will have a race or a gender. And what sucks about that is everybody screaming individuality. Everybody's screaming, you know, there's like over 72 genders now. I think it's like something like 78 genders now. The thing about it is every single person wants their own special gender now. It's going to get to a point where out of 1 billion people, there's going to be one gender for every one of them. And the problem is it's going to be so desaturated. It's going to be so oversaturated, I mean, that it won't matter anymore. We'll have to lump sum say one word that covers all genders again, because it'll get so out of hand where there'll be so many genders again that we're going to have to create one word that sums up all these genders. And we'll be right back to square one, where instead of it being man and woman, it'll be this gender, that gender, but it won't be called gender anymore. It'll be some kind of new unification of these genders that will represent this group of genders, kind of like a man covers those with penises, and kind of like how a woman covers those that have vaginas. It'll be like that, only they won't call it genders. They'll call it something new. It'll be a new terminology, kind of how straight men are now called cis. Why the fuck is there a new term for it? There doesn't need to be. Just call them straight people. But instead, they're now called cisgender. Why? Why not just say straight gender? It doesn't make fucking sense to create new terminology for things that already have terms. It blows my fucking mind, people. This is the world we live in, though, where it's just like they're doing this shit. I don't get it. And I'm not mad about it. I get it. I do get it, but I don't get it. You know, everybody wants to be special. Everybody wants to be important. Everybody wants to be somebody. And that's the thing, you know? Also, the trending of the proper ideology, it scares me. Eunuch kind of covers it. Not sure if it's spelt right. You know, when I told my wife, I said, if me and her get split up for any reason, first of all, I was going to become a legitimate monk. This is no joke. Let me actually start painting. I'm so sorry. I had intended on becoming a legitimate monk. I was giving up sex and the whole 9 yards. I had taken a vow of celibacy. I was about to take a permanent vow of celibacy, by the way. I was about 2 weeks from officiating vow of celibacy. Nothing. I'm done. I'm done with relationships and everything. The only person I said I would ever give a chance to have a relationship with that I would consider before I did that would be my wife. She was in a relationship at the time. And so she got out of that relationship and we ended up going on a date. It was great because I'd known her for years. And now we've been married actually 10 years in about a month. And it's been great. So I told her, because I have no intentions of ever being with anybody else, and she doesn't believe that. She's like, whatever. Oh my God, you go find somebody else. And I'm like, I hate women. I'm kind of like a woman hater anyway. You know, I hate relationships. I hate drama. Why the fuck? She's like the most perfect for me person I've ever met. We click so well on so many levels. Why the fuck would I want to go through that much drama finding somebody else? That means no beating off too. Well, yeah, I know. Dude, I don't beat off really anyway. That's the thing about me, dude. I'm kind of asexual, which has been very weird and complicated. I actually, like, that was it. I actually was shooting my ass up with testosterone. I have to take T-shots and shit because my testosterone level is so extremely low. So it's kind of a weird, my existence is kind of strange that way anyway. I have no real sex drive. It's strange. And that's not just because of my age. It's just kind of a general thing with me. So sex hasn't really been important, et cetera, et cetera. Anyway, too much information. Point is, I told her that here's my plan. If we ever split up, you know, and whatnot, I was going to get my dick and balls cut completely the fuck off and just have a pee-pee hole. You want me to talk about non-gender non-binary shit. Here's what. I still haven't painted. Procreation only. Skate. Pretty much. That's pretty much what it's been. I have 2 kids. But I told her I'd get my shit cut off. So that way I could be the only legitimate non-binary. I wouldn't be male. I wouldn't be female at that point. There was. So thus, I would then demand all people that go, I'm non-binary, that they could not use that term because they were technically binary. They are technically a male or a female, and that would be offensive to me, an actual non-binary person. I would totally checkmate those motherfuckers, and it would be funny as fuck. I mean, shit, I wouldn't use my dick and balls anyway. I'd be like, yeah, fuck it, I don't need them. You know? Damn it, what do I want to do with this piece of fucking garbage? I thought it was genius, but yes, someone will make a mobile app where you can attach or take off a dick from a potato head one day. Dude, I'm pretty sure people have been doing that forever. Not a mobile app, but, you know. See, I hate all of this. I hate this whole thing. What do I want to do with it? For real, what do I want to do with it? Because it's like, this whole thing was supposed to have purpose, point. This is fine. This kind of goes with what I wanted. It's okay. It's okay. I wanted the grass kind of thing going on. I was going to do much more with like the curtains. I was going to start making those actually look kind of like curtains. But I suck. I don't know, man. This whole thing became a fucking disaster. It's going to put fetuses on the tendrils, you know, little feet high. Eventually, no freestyle, bro. What the fuck do you mean freestyle? Like rapping? Dude, I ain't rapping about nothing. You freestyle, bro. That's why I call you. That's why your name's Crazy. Crazy Clown. Because you crazy, bro. And hey, thanks for tuning in, by the way. I expect you to probably be playing the Dead by Daylight with that new killer there, you know. The K-pop guy. I kind of like the K-pop guy. You can sad face me all you want, dude. That ain't gonna help. I have no idea where to go with this at all. Holy fuck, man. You know, here's what we're gonna do. When Bruce Jenner wins Women of the Year, once again proving it takes a man to do a woman's job. Yeah, I've heard that one before, man. Here's my question. Did he get his dick removed? Because I heard that he did not at all. But, you know, I know that he's not out yet. Oh, he's not out yet. Okay. That explains it. I heard, because I know Bruce Jenner, and I won't call him Caitlyn Jenner. I mean, Caitlyn Jenner, Bruce Jenner, whatever he is. He did that to get out of getting arrested or whatever, put in prison for killing people because he ran them over. Like, what the fuck? And then he's like, oh, no, I'm trans, and I was going through some shit, and that's why. Oh, no. It's like, dude, shut up. But I guess it fucking worked. So I guess, you know, hey, more power to you. More woman power to you, right? Because it worked, bro. And, but I don't remember. I heard that he did not get his dick removed. And if you're not going to get your dick removed, you can't say that. You can't say you're, like, doing that shit. You know? Like, hey, one of the nurses that takes care of my grandma knows you. I don't know what the fuck that means. What's her name? You can't just say, hey, one of the nurses I know knows you. Okay. I mean, that's like saying, like, hey, I met this person once that knows you. Like, well, okay. I mean, how? I don't know who that you're talking about. What's their name? You know? She works for the newspaper. Start doing PP checks before arrest. Well, you can't do that. That's immoral and illegal. And that's like the thing, dude. Like, you know, when people are trans, you can't be like, hey, what junk you got down there? That's a little weird. I mean, even if you're not trans, hey, what junk you got down there? Like, who asked that? You naturally assume, like, if you have a big manly beard like I do, you assume I have a penis unless I get it cut off. And then I wouldn't have nothing. Hmm? And then I could, but see, can I walk around naked then? That's a real question. Could I walk around naked if I didn't have cock and balls? Also, her aunt or mom is a waitress at Steer Inn. I don't know who that is, dude. You can't just throw things out there, man. Like, I know a person, and their mom works at a gas station. I mean, dude, I don't know. They're a nurse. They're a nurse. They take care of your grandma. Is this a game of 20 questions? She works for the newspaper. Also, her aunt or mom is a waitress at the Steer Inn. You got me, bro. But seriously, if I didn't have a dick and balls, right, I would have no genitalia. Could I not walk around with my front completely exposed? Like, that's a legitimate question. I wouldn't be exposing children or anybody illegally to anything illegal. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't have to worry about fucking people's minds up, and being arrested for anything like that. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't have to worry about that kind of shit. Because I wouldn't be like, hey, look at this. And people would be like, oh my God. But you say no, why not? Like, what? If you're walking around just mind your own business, you still have a butthole. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, what if I had like a pair of shorts and just the front cut out? I may still have a butthole, but my butthole wouldn't be showing. See what I mean? What if I created a pair of pants specifically for that reason, to be a complete douchebag to society? Because that is not outside of the range of my my thought process, being a complete fuck ass to society. Every time I look at this, I start thinking I shouldn't do what I think I'm about to do. Man, fuck. Are you going to change your name to Ken? For that, I might. Do you remember the transvestite that ran camera for Pegasus TV and Enid? No, I don't. I never did. I never got involved in any of the local TV stuff with Enid or anything like that. And keep in mind, that was back. I lived in Enid back in 2002, from late 99, early 2000 to 2002 ish. So if it wasn't like that couple of years, then I would have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. Oh, look, I did it. I did a thing, and I don't know if I'm going to regret it or not. I'm probably going to regret the shit out of it, though. But I don't care now. I'm done. We're done with this. We already did it. It's happening right now. Does Rodani work now? Rodani. Dude, that was great. I forgot all about that till just now. Thanks. And, dude, some of the shit we say, I don't even fucking remember, That's why we have to record everything. One day, I'll be old and senile, and I still won't remember any. I'll be like, was that me? I said that stupid shit? It's funny as fuck. That'd be great. Fuck it, I'll be dead before long, Something stupid will happen. She was my neighbor when I was a kid, when I stomped with Dredge. Oh, okay. Dude, and I have nothing against trannies and shit like that, dude. Like, I have nothing against it. Dude, I don't remember anything from yesterday, let alone 2 years ago, true. I have nothing against anything like that. And that's the thing is, a lot of people, like, again, just a couple of weeks ago, I don't remember, maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, whatever, I had that dude that I'd known for fucking years, and he's got a his husband has a vagina and is a man who menstruates, has a period. And I'm all, no, you have somebody that is a female who identifies as a man. No big deal, but call it for what the fuck it is. Quit saying men who have periods because that's fucking stupid. Because it fucking is. And my bitching complaint was simple. If everybody else is allowed to have that freedom of thought and that respect to say, hey, you respect my opinion, but this is how I believe, then you goddamn better respect my fucking opinion on how I believe. It's that simple. Just because I believe differently doesn't mean we can't get the fuck along. Doesn't mean we can't be fucking friends and we can't fucking bullshit. But he's sitting there saying, well, I feel threatened. Like, people here are going to attack me and be violent and aggressively beat us up and beat up my son and beat up my husband. And I'm all, nobody here gives a fuck, dude. Nobody gives a fuck. Like back in the 90s, if you were gay, yeah, you got beat up. Here, 20 fucking years later, nobody gives a shit. Literally nobody gives a shit. Even the old motherfuckers that were like homophobic back in the day, nobody gives a shit. They're like, oh, goddamn homos, let them do each other in the butt. I don't care anymore. Too old for that shit. They don't give a fuck anymore. Nobody does. The only people who care are the ones who are making it a big goddamn deal. And then they're pushing the big goddamn deal in everybody else's faces until everybody goes, fuck off. I don't want to fucking hear it anymore. I'm tired of your fucking drama. And then they go, oh, you're fucking homophobic, aren't you? You're fucking transphobic, aren't you? Oh my God, you bigot. Oh my God, you racist. Oh my God, you sexist. And it's like, no, I'm not any of those things. You're just pissing me off about all this shit. Fuck off. That's it. You got picked on and beat up in the 90s for having long hair. Dude, I dressed in women's clothes in the 90s, all right? I was literally, and I know I've said this a million times, and I'm not bragging. I'm not trying to sound like, oh, I'm so cool. But in our area here in Oklahoma, I was one of the first goth kids, all right? Back in the 90s, in the mid-90s. I was one of the first fucking goth kids around. I was the first goth kid in our town, and I was one of the earliest goth kids in the state, And it was fucking stupid. I wore women's clothes. I did wear makeup. I painted my nails. And not just black. I painted them pink and all kinds of other fucking colors. I had long hair down to my fucking ass. And oh, man. Yeah, I got called everything under the fucking sun. I got chased down. I got some of the most redneck motherfuckers. And I can't say it exactly on here because I'll get flagged and then I'll get banned. But I got threatened a lot with some of the stupidest shit where they'd be like, you F-A-G-G-O-T, I'll show you how queer you are when I fuck you in the ass. And I'm all, that's not really how that works. You understand how being gay works? Because if you put it in my pooper, that technically makes you the gay. You know what? I'm just not going to worry about it. 911 help. That's pretty much how that worked. And I'm not kidding. Like, I got chased down at one point on a dirt road with, a dude that was out to fucking kill me because, like, that dude was crazy. There was one time I got hit on by a drunk redneck at a convenience store here. It's now called Tiger Mart, but it used to be a Love's. And the dude came in. He thought I was a girl. And he got very handsy-ish. Continuously called me sexy and wanted to bang me. And then I explained to him that I was a dude. Now, in his defense, I did look good, all right? When I had those clothes on, I looked pretty good, all right? Now I'm kind of a fat dude with, a beard and I'm bald. Back then, I looked pretty sexy. But being a cross-dresser in the 90s, especially in a redneck small town, especially in Oklahoma, did not work well. But I didn't give a fuck. And the thing was, I wasn't even mad at these people. I wasn't mad at these small minds, small mentalities, these people like this, because I understood I had to take on the responsibility for my actions. Now, granted, yeah, they're fuck asses and they're douchebags. And yes, they could have been a hell of a lot more respectful and not be what they were and how they were. They could have been more progressive. But in the time that we were at, that wasn't a thing. Now, it's totally different. Now there are gay kids in our school here, like outright gay kids, trans kids, all kinds of things. And in my era, in my time, oh, fuck no. There was 2 kids that we knew were gay. 2 kids we knew were gay. And they were not out of the closet. Oh, no, they got picked on, but they never came out. And now I know they're gay because I'm friends with them on Facebook, and I know for a fact they're gay. But now it's acceptable. Back then, woo, fuck no. But I think, I am going to be like, I'm the hero here. But I think because of me cross-dressing and doing that shit, I probably took a lot of the heat from them, because a lot of those dudes were like, oh, look at this guy, fuck you. But by the end of my 11th grade year, a lot of the jocks and the ones who did pick on me the first half of the year, behind the scenes, I don't know what you'd call it, behind the scenes, basically, a lot of them would talk to me one-on-one and be like, dude, I respect the shit out of you, man, because I wish I could be as free as you are. I wish I could be me, but I have so much expectations from my dad or my coach or, my parents or whatever to be, the football star or the this or the that. You know what I mean? So I found who I was. I felt comfortable being me. I did what the fuck I wanted. That was it. But it had responsibility of, I got attacked regularly. I got threatened all the time. It was a serious fucked up situation. But it was what it was. Now, world's a whole new place. Good. Glad the world's a whole new place. But I mean, at the same time, it's kind of weird because I get attacked. Like, what the fuck? I get attacked still from these people who I was back then. Like, these trans people who are basically cross-dressers, modernized cross-dressers with a new fucking name. Because I always felt more comfortable. I thought I should have been born chick. I did. Again, now I'm glad I didn't go that route because I'm ugly as fuck. But back then, I'm like, man, I hate being a dude. I think I should have been a chick. But I was that back then. And now I get attacked by those very fucking people because I say, if you don't have a penis, you're not a male of the species. Fact. And they're like, no, you're a bigot. You're a fucking transphobe. And I'm all, you're a fucking idiot. Because I literally had to call the fucking cops to protect me from motherfuckers that wanted to drag me behind their goddamn truck on a fucking rope for doing the shit that you fucking freely do now. Like it's no big fucking deal. And that you walk freely out in fucking public with not a goddamn fearful bone in your goddamn body. Fuck off. Fuck every one of you. That shit pisses me off. It really fucking does. I'm not going to be afraid to admit it. It does piss me off. And people are like, oh, you're so bitter about it. Why the fuck shouldn't I be bitter about it? Like, why shouldn't I be bitter about it? Like, if anything, they should be like, dude, I'm sorry you had to go through that, but, maybe they should talk to me about it. And at least, I don't know. It just pisses me off when people have that kind of fucking attitude. I'm not supposed to be talking about this. I'm supposed to be talking about cancel culture. But cancel culture does the same shit. They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck what you've gone through or what you've done for the fucking cause. They just give a fuck about what they want. If they fucking cancel you and they made a mistake, it has happened. Oh, it has happened. They don't give a fuck. They ain't going to come back and be like, hey guys, listen, we made a mistake. This guy didn't do that shit. Actually, my wife told me about in cancel culture, that lady who was in the fucking hotel up in New York that killed herself in the water tower. She went crazy in the elevator. There's that video footage all over the place. And they found her dead body in the water tower like a few weeks later or whatever. Well, what ended up happening was there was a dude that was in a death metal band from Mexico, and ended up being his band played in New York sometime before that. And the internet sleuths basically blamed him. And then after they blamed him, the cancel culture caught on and destroyed his fucking life. So cancel culture came through and said, hey, this metal man, this metal band guy, he's always singing about murder and death. Oh my God, dog, you farted. That smells like dog ass. Oh yeah, you got to even get out of here, don't you? Yeah, oh, what? Is it that bad? You need to get up and move? Is that what you're doing? Oh, you just, yeah. Yeah. Bye, thanks. Thanks for just leaving me that present and fucking off. Anyway, so the chick there that did that, right? That killed herself up there in that water tower, up in that whole thing, that video footage. They basically, internet caught on. They thought it was this dude, this metalhead guy in this band from Mexico. He wasn't even there. He had witnesses and alibis and all that shit there. But the cancel culture fucking destroyed his life. He almost committed suicide. Come to find out that the chick was like bipolar or whatever, lost her shit, climbed up in the water tower, fell in, couldn't get out, died. Okay. Did cancel culture come back and go, hey guys, sorry about that. Our bad. Police figured it out. She was manic depressive, bipolar. She lost her shit, climbed up, fell in, couldn't get out, died. You know, it had nothing to do with this dude at all. We apologize for destroying his fucking life. No. Cancel culture just moved right the fuck along and just ignored that they had made a mistake destroying somebody's fucking life, almost making them kill themselves. Because cancel culture is mob mentality, mob justice, mob mindset. The problem with that is if you make a mistake, who's held accountable? Who? Who made the mistake? Who started it? Is there any way to track it down? Is there any way to find out who started the fucking mob? Who started the whole fucking thing? And once you start doing that shit, once you meme it, you know, once you meme out these things, you can't fucking stop it. And even if you can prove you're innocent, you know, even if you can prove, hey, I didn't do it. Here's proof. They're already over here. You know, they're already over here. And once you chase them to here, they're already over here. Then you chase them to here trying to help. Hey, no, guys, listen, I'm not. Oh, they're already over here. Hey, guys, I'm over here. Oh, my God, over there. It's too late. You can't chase them. You can't chase them. You know? And that's one of the problems with the cancel culture situation. You can't keep up. And what really sucks is you can do it with anybody. Like, you can create a meme. And, like, let's say an ex-girlfriend breaks up with you. Right? Let's say an ex-girlfriend breaks up with you. And she doesn't like you anymore. Because, you know, obviously, she's an ex. She could literally create a fucking picture. Take your picture. Put it on the internet. And say anything. This guy beat me. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Let's make him Facebook famous. It'll pop off. 3 days later, you might see your fucking picture blasted all over the internet. That's 3 days you're not getting back, and you're fucked. You're going to be running, trying to catch it. And everybody will come to you like a shitstorm of doom. And what are you going to do? Say, I didn't do that. And they're going to be like, of course, that's what you'd say. But I didn't do that. Well, yeah, that's what a fucking misogynist bastard like you would say. But I didn't do that. That's the problem. It doesn't matter what you say. It doesn't matter what you say. Mob mentality. It's too late. And unfortunately, if you have a business, it's canceled. If you have any kind of a life, your job, anything, canceled. You know, because your job at that point, that's how cancel culture now works. You know, they're not going to want you to be around. They're going to be like, oh, fuck. We can't have you work here, Jim, because we saw that this is happening and we're starting to get negative press, negative publicity. Oh, shit. So you're going to see a huge impact for something you never did only because somebody didn't like you and got mad at you and decided, fuck you. And that's what we're talking about is the cancel culture, man. And yes, they're going to stop printing 6 of the Dr. Seuss books because of cancel culture. And I don't even know why. My wife said something about racism in it. Now, if I recall correctly, and go with me on this one, Dr. Seuss never had white people or black people or any people in it. he had weird ass fucking characters of all sorts that he invented, like the bloop blops and the, floopadoops and weird ass shit. Now, I do imagine, if I'm not mistaken, and I do recall that they kind of represented races at some point or another. Like, my wife said that the reason why is because there's representation of Black people as tribal in some of them or something like that, like wearing grass skirts and shit like that. And I just said this. My wife and I have been arguing about this all day, but I said this. I said, but there are literally still tribes of Black people in the world right now that wear that shit. So how is that like inaccurate? Like it still exists now. And she goes, well, because it's a fucking mass stereotype that all Black people like that. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. Back then, though, cultural stereotyping like that and shit was very fucking common. I'm not defending racial stereotypes or anything like that, but I'm saying back then, you're talking way the fuck back then, that was a common fucking thing. Unfortunately, it was still a time and an era coming out of, slavery and racial discrimination, segregation. It was still an era coming out of that. So mindsets were nowhere near what they are now. The acceptance, the progression, the change, all of that for the racial integrations and all the harmony that we have created up until just a few years ago now wasn't there. It was a lot of tension, a lot of questionability, a lot of, people still having these mindsets of very racial parents raising their kids in a very trying time. So, of course, there would be some weird moments that would still pop up. But you got to remember, that was the fucking times then. Here we are 50 fucking 60, 70 years fucking later. You can't say, well, 70 years ago, they should have been just like we are now. They should have accepted, racial harmony, and they should have been, rah. Dude, it was 70 goddamn years ago when racism and shit was still rampant and the world was a fucking totally different place. Just like 70 years from now, the world will be a fucking totally different goddamn place. You can't expect it to be like the same. Okay? You can't do that. And censorship, put on disclaimers. Put on a disclaimer. That's it. That's the fucking answer. That's what they started doing with, like, what, Looney Tunes or whatever? Where they said, hey, there may be some racial stereotypical stuff in here. There may be some visuals that are questionable, but because we believe historically speaking, it's important to acknowledge this and not just sweep it the fuck under the rug and ignore it. We just want to make sure you understood it. At the time, this was how it, was. Sadly, that's just what it was. And I think that, if anything, is how they should go about it. Because it's like, you can't just erase the fucking history. If you do that and you ignore it and you pretend like this history didn't fucking happen, what the fuck are you doing? Really? Because we are entering a new world of racism now, where racism, just before what? I don't know, 2015-ish, racial harmony was doing pretty good. We were all doing pretty good. I would have to say. You saw a lot of pretty positive. Now, I'm not saying it was perfect, but right now, holy fuck, everybody's hating everybody again, like really bad. And it's gotten pretty fucking crazy. Okay. One of them has an Asian person in a conical hat eating a bowl of rice with chopsticks. 2 stereotype. Literally, Asian people eat rice with chopsticks, dude. That's not stereotype. That's what blows my mind, though. That is literally what they do. Asian people do eat rice with chopsticks. That's not a stereotype. That is their culture. You know? So it's kind of like saying, like, if you saw a book that had white people eating with a fork and a knife, be like, oh, that's stereotype. No, that's how we eat, you know? And I'm waiting because I eat my Chinese food and stuff and Asian food with my wife and so when we go out with chopsticks. We know how to eat with chopsticks. We've taught our kids how to eat with chopsticks, et cetera, et cetera. But like, I'm waiting for somebody to be like, hey, it's cultural appropriation. Fuck you people. And we'd be like, whoa, no, fuck you, because that's how we eat with it. And we learned that way. That's how we think we should. I mean, if anything, respectful of the culture. We know the correct ways to not stick your fucking chopsticks in the rice and things like that, to leave it standing up and things like that, because it's disrespectful. We know all that kind of stuff because we kind of learned it, just out of general purpose. If we spend our lives apologizing for the past, then when will we get to the future? Very good fucking point, dude. You can only apologize so many times before it loses its meaning, number one. And you're right. If all we do is look behind us, there's no looking ahead. There's no going ahead, man. And Trump didn't help anything, dude. Biden's not helping anything either, Politics don't help anything. It doesn't matter. As I've seen and I've heard, and I've said a million times too, man, right wing, left wing, they're both the same fucking animal. They're both part of the same fucking beast that flies around destroying everything in its fucking path, dude. All they do is promise us. They never fucking give us the shit. They don't deliver shit. And when they do, it's just crumbs to keep us fucking happy while they keep us divided, fighting on the streets. That's it, dude. The rich stay rich. We stay fucked. The fucking end, And that's not helping anybody. And I'm not painting a goddamn thing. I'm just ranting, guys. This has been fun, but fuck. But here's the thing, man. The Dr. Seuss stuff, I get it. Like, a lot of the stuff back then, like I said, there's a lot of, again, the racial stuff back then was, now some of the racial stereotyping, you can't erase Popeye and Uncle Remus. I don't even know who the fuck that is. Right wing, left wing, both have bankers' hands up their asses. Exactly. No fucking shit. Exactly. And that's the same thing. Politics, dude, Trump, Biden, all of it. They're not even in charge. That's the one thing people tend to ignore. And even though they go, well, yeah, no, I get that, but Trump did this. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Well, Biden's doing that. No, he's not. They're literally a fucking figurehead to stand there for all of us to clap or boo at. That's really it, dude. That's really fucking it. There's something for us to just give attention to while the bigwigs in the fucking corporate America make the fucking rules. And then that's it. That's literally it. Our system is so fucking broke. People don't even know, man. But I don't understand. I don't know who Uncle Remus is. Rimjob. Uncle Rimjob. You can't cancel Uncle Rimjob. Can't erase Uncle Rimjob. And I don't know. Like, I don't look. Here's the thing. When I was a kid, I hated the Looney Tunes. I hated Popeye. I hated, all the old cartoons and shit. So you could probably throw out a bunch of that shit, and I'd be like, I don't know nothing about them, because I don't. I do remember there was a lot of stuff like in the Looney Tunes and stuff, like when they did touch down on racial stereotypical characters, like your Asian characters, they would have like the buck teeth and the slanted eyes, things of that nature. I don't really understand where they got the buck teeth from. The slanted eyes, Asian people do have squinty eyes. I mean, that's fact. But Songs of the South, a banned Disney franchise that involved Briar Rabbit and the Tar Baby. Now, the Tar Baby thing, sweet baby Jesus. That is one of the most racial things from back in the day. Fucking Christ. I remember I didn't know what that was when I was younger. And I remember saying tar baby. And I didn't know it was like a racial thing, but Jesus Christ, that's rough. Oh, hey, and here, yeah, you're saying the Uncle Remus is the narrator of Song of the South, old Disney movie. Yeah, I don't know anything about it, but yeah, I know that the tar baby thing is definitely a racial as fuck word or terminology, whatever. But Jesus Christ. That one there is like, goddamn, like I'm surprised that I can't recall ever hearing anybody actually call black people that though. Huh. Interesting. And no, making a TikTok account is not supposed to distract you guys from me not making an OnlyFans yet. And my TikTok is just gonna be the most weird, bizarre shit. I'm not even, I've already gotten like 300 fucking views almost. I think 200 and probably 50 or so. So about I'm working on 300 on that one video. So maybe people will care. Nobody's gonna give a fuck about my videos. Nobody ever does. But as far as it goes, anyway. The thing about cancel culture is it's a dangerous thing. Popeye was based on a real person. They gave him royalties. That's neat. The thing about cancel culture is it's a dangerous thing. It's a good thing if it's done for the right reasons, but it's not. All these heroes, these feminists, these, activists here in America, cool, great. What the fuck are you really accomplishing? Not a fucking lot. They're not. They're screaming and hollering about the injustices of America. Oh, injustice. Oh, this book made me upset. It offended me. Oh, this cartoon hurt my feelings. I get it. If that was a big problem, cool. I would be all fucking behind it. Okay? Here's the dilemma we face. You got these feminists that want to cancel men and these, there's a couple of YouTubers out there. I watched this one dude, this Butterfield guy. He's pretty funny. And he's always hating on vegans and feminists and stuff. And he's Australian. But like people want to cancel him because he's like, oh, fuck feminists, and well, he says like, oh, crikey, fuck feminists because he's Australian. And but he's funny. I like him. But he's not a problem hurting their feelings with saying, oi, fuck feminists. That's not a problem. In other countries where when a woman literally walks down the street by herself and by their own laws, it's legal to rape that girl because she doesn't have a male escorting her somewhere, that is something you should be upset about. In other countries where a woman talks out of place or talks to a man and was not given permission to talk, and it's legal to beat the fuck out of her, that should be a concern for feminists. Yes. But you know what? It's really easy to complain about things that you don't actually have to do work to change. It's real easy to complain about something that you don't actually have to, put forth effort and or put yourself in any kind of danger or, anything that requires you to actually step the fuck up and prove that you actually care. It's easy to complain, It's easy to complain and point a finger and go, that book is too against women. Take it off the shelf. And if you cause enough of a complaint, it does. It's real hard, though. What you're saying is first world problems aren't real? No, what I'm saying is third world, second world problems are worse than the first world problems when you put it into perspective. And all the people that are complaining about things like, this book hurts my feelings, when you look at it, should probably go, wow, fuck. There's a racial stereotype in this book from 1920 or 1930 or whatever. That book or that film or that whatever, rawr, we should rally against it and have it canceled, and we should complain about all this stuff. They should really put into perspective that in other countries, the slave trade still exists. And people from Nigeria and stuff like that are literally being bought and being slave traded, slave sold, being hacked up for their fucking organs and shit like that in other countries still. When you put it into perspective and when you weigh those differences, that racism, because it's a racial thing. They're literally buying black people, you know what I mean? And then they're targeting that from Africa in that sense. It's a big thing. When you start putting that into perspective, it kind of changes, a book being a problem. I'm just saying, it's a little bit, there's a little more weight to people being sold as slaves versus, well, this book from almost a fucking 100 years ago, from a mindset that no longer exists, I have to dedicate all my time and effort into complaining about. Dude, you could put some effort into worrying about this. Maybe start some kind of petition for the, United Nations to fucking concentrate on this shit instead of, worrying about a fucking book. It's knowing how if you are famous of any kind, they will dig up your past and bam, you're in trouble. Yeah. But yet again, well, not if you're famous, period. There's literally video evidence of Biden groping children and making attempts to kiss them. But people ignored that because Orange Man bad. We got to get him out. See what I mean? It's all what you want it to be, man. Some famous people, what was that? Who's that guy who beat up the girl? Well, it's not Bobby Brown, but Chris Brown or whatever. And his career's fine. I am still not fucking painting. Oh my God, guys, this has been an hour of me just talking. So it depends. It depends. It's who? It depends. It depends on who you are. Depends on who you are. Depends on if they really give a shit to cancel you or not. Fuck. What's her name? Fucking Cardi B. Well, she's got a great #1 hit with WAP. Ooh, it's the best song of the year. She literally has video footage of her talking about date rape drugging guys and fucking mugging and robbing them. She's not canceled. Why? If that was a dude doing that, a dude saying that motherfucker would have been lynched. He would have been crucified and burned at the fucking stake. And I'm talking maybe even legitimately burned at the stake. You know what I mean? So when you start putting things into perspective, we have no perspective. That's the fucking problem. People see a meme on the internet and it really does boil down to a goddamn phone controlling our fucking minds. One day they will complain about Blackula, dude. It's coming, man. All the movies, all our entertainment, all of our movies, all of our music, all of our comic books, they've already started changing every comic book, dude, to be more inclusive and to be more, varietized or whatever. Now they're talking about making Jordan B., whatever his name is, to be the new Black Superman. I've heard stories where people are like, oh, it has to be him. It has to be him. It has to be him. What? No. Superman was white. That's it. And they're like, why can't Superman be black? Because he was white. That was it. Literally, Superman, Clark Kent, Superman was white. Now, if there was another Kryptonian who was a black dude who showed up, sure, abso-fucking-lutely. That would make sense. And that could be completely fine. That could be a whole new character, a whole new Superman, a whole new series that could be a fucking icon for the black community itself. Boom. But replacing white Superman and just completely going, no, it's a black Superman now. He's black. That doesn't make sense. You know, Annie was changed. I don't even know who the fuck Annie is, dude. And if there was a book to worry about, we should worry about all the organized religious Bibles. Also, you know, that is part of the thing, is the religions in other countries and cultures. You know, like the Quran and stuff like that, the ones that do say that if a woman talks out of place, you can beat her. If a woman is not a virtue, you can stone her to death. Now, within, you know, I mean, the Christian Bible is like that. The black Superman in DC Comics in name Steel, I'm thinking of making the next James Bond a black. They are thinking of making the next James Bond a black woman. Now, see, James Bond, or the 007 title, is all, it's a title. 007, not James Bond. James Bond was the dude's name. And the fact that they continued on saying James Bond when they like changed the character later on, they probably should have changed his name. But 007 was the number given to that spy. So they could do that. They could change 007 to be a woman. You know, because that was a title. That was like that was your badge number. You know what I mean? So if that dude died, if James Bond died, and they gave that badge number to somebody else, that would make sense. But if Superman died, which happened, and that's what you're talking about, Richard, when the Superman originally died, he was split into 4 different characters, when in fact he was not really split up. Superman did not die, blah, 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 blah. And then there was 4 other characters that came along that were Superman, quote unquote. Steel was not a Superman. He was just a character who had Superman-like abilities, and he was trying to take the mantle of Superman alongside the robot Superman, Superboy, and then who was the other one? It was the robot one, which turned out to be evil. They had to conquer him. Superboy, and then Steel, and I don't remember. Fans say that James Bond is a code name, otherwise the agent wouldn't be saying it out loud. Oh, okay, that makes sense. I'm waiting for the Bible to be banned. It depicts slavery, rape, murder, and all kinds of offensive behavior. And that's true too, which is funny because a lot of like progressive people, dude, see, the world's crazy. We have so many progressives that are targeting some of the stupidest shit, when there's so much more aggressively blatant shit there. That's what I'm talking about. It doesn't make sense. And yeah, okay, so 007 and Bond is codename. I didn't know the Bond part was codename. So yeah, that does make sense, guys. But with the Bible aspect, you know, being, I can see the Bible being considered a book of hate. I really can. The Old Testament, I actually, and my wife has said this before, and I've said this, the Bible. I'm not a Christian, number one, but I'm not anti-Christian. I have Christian friends that are like super, super good people, super good Christians. I've known some really shitty fucking Christians. I also have some good Satanist friends that are just like straight up, I hate Christians. But you know, Hitler's book isn't banned, and I think I even have a copy. But see, that's the thing, is like the Bible, the original Testament, the original Testament had a lot of fucked up shit. Like God killed everybody. God just went around killing everybody. He's like, you looked at me wrong? Lightning bolt. You know, it's like, kill all the children. Just do it. Kill all the children. It's like, you sure about that, God? Yeah, just fucking kill them all. But why? I don't know. I just feel like it. What is it, Tuesday? Oh, yeah. Ooh, 5 o'clock. Yeah, you better hurry up. I want them all dead by midnight. Okay, God. Like, that was the old Bible, you know, tooth for a tooth, eye for an eye, and all that stuff there. I can respect that. But then the whole New Testament came along because they thought, oh, no, God's too violent. Let's clean that up a little, guys, because people aren't coming to our religion. They're a little scared. Man, own up that shit. But the thing is all religions preach hate. All religions preach violence, which is weird. But then they turn around and try to preach peace and love. Even the Quran, excuse me, god dang, even the religion Muhammad and stuff like that tries to teach peace and stuff like that. But it's different ways, different levels, different places and areas of that ideology than what we believe in. It's this weird mismatch, miscommunication, so we can never get along. You know what I mean? No one can ever get along. So it's a big clusterfuck. But religion itself, terrible idea. Finding spirituality, good idea. Finding peace of mind in yourself, great plan. Relying on a book to tell you that? No. Relying on another man or woman to stand up there and tell you what the book says? No. Reaching into yourself and finding that level, like Buddhism. Buddhism's a good idea, To find that peace and tranquility within yourself, sure. Abso-fucking-lutely. Because the place we're in this world, man, it's fucked. It's a clusterfuck. What are we doing anymore, people? Peace and love and my sidearm. Well, there you go, yeah. And I'm all about that shit, man. I mean, fuck it. Protect yourself, protect your people, but don't fuck with me, And Mein Kampf, I have that one too. Okay, also have the real Necronomicon. So I don't read books because I'm kind of illiterate. True story. I'm dyslexic as fuck. I know those that know me on Facebook have seen my typing, and it's atrocious. I can't type to save my life, but I do try to make it as good as I can. Just terrible. But I don't read, like, at all. So I don't really have any books. Not Dr. Seuss, not Mein Kampf. So, I'm all right. So, really this Dr. Seuss thing doesn't really even matter to me. And in fact, none of this actually fucking matters to me. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if Mr. Potato Head goes away. Never gave a shit about Mr. Potato Head. My problem is the world's stupid. And I live in it. So I have to fucking deal with this shit. Just like everybody else. And that really pisses me off because I'm like, why are you all fucking stupid? Why? Why is everybody fucking dumb and around me? Quit being stupid if you're going to be around me. That's all I'm asking. Quit being fucking retarded. Just stop it. I mean, if you're going to be around me, don't be fucking retarded. Yeah, I can see yours is terrible too. That's okay. We're not all fucking typologists. We can't all fucking type good. But all I'm saying is I just don't like stupid ass people, and it seems the world is just growing them at a fucking super pace. And I just am like, fuck this. Fuck everybody. And I have kids, I have a small army. And it's stupid because I have to argue with them half the time. And they're like, no, you don't understand. I'm like, I do understand more than you fucking know, more than you understand. Nuh-uh. Now I'm just waiting for the day when they go, you're old and you're dumb and you don't understand my generation. No, I understand your generation. You're fucking retarded. You guys eat Tide Pods. I mean, fuck. Come on. You ain't that fucking smart. So when you guys eat Tide Pods and think that you have a man period because you believe you're a man and your imaginary penis exists, shut the fuck up. You obviously aren't that bright. Now again, God must love assholes. He made so many. Yeah, he did. Like all of them. But oh. What the fuck? My Google Assist. Apparently I said, hey. It's Fat Albert, I guess. I don't know. But it's like, how can I help? I didn't fucking ask you to help, but thanks. Hey. I swear to God, it pops up with some of the weirdest shit that I've never fucking asked it. Like, ever. I can't remember what it was last time. It was fucking hilarious, though. It was something about, like, how can I butt fuck bees? And I didn't even say that during the conversation. I was sitting there talking to my wife, and it was just sitting there. And all of a sudden it goes, like, the screen like, glows and pops up. And I'm like, what? And I look at it, it was like, how can I fuck, butt fuck bees? And I'm all, and it's like, how can I, here's some answers I found. I'm like, I didn't fucking ask you that. I'm like, I mean, granted, I'm curious, but I didn't ask that time. I'm like, what the fuck? Reading my goddamn mind. Fucking things are getting out of hand over here with this shit. I mean, needle dick and all right. Sometimes you gotta just work with what you got, people. It's not the size that matters, it's the motion in the bee. All right? That's what they say. So anyway, what the fuck am I doing with this? I'm fucking it up. That's what I'm doing with it. Eat a dick. I don't know. All right. Well, there's my black. Once you go black, how about that? I don't know. Built shit with a roller, and it was awesome. Painted what shit with a roller? A bee? My penis? Mein Kampf? What are we talking about, dude? You've lost me. Maybe you typed things that you didn't think you typed, or you didn't type, and you didn't finish typing it. Okay, moving on. So, there's some black already. All right. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I don't even care. I'm going to make this thing a mess of a fucking painting because I feel like it should be. It should be a big pile of garbage. This whole thing should just be one disaster piece. I'm going to start calling all my fucking paintings disaster pieces because that's all they are. They're not masterpieces, not one. I really need to start refocusing on my ability to actually paint and not Fat Albert. Oh, that's right. I said Fat Albert because I was talking about my hey. Bro, I apologize. Jesus Christ, dude. I don't even pay attention to what I say, by the way. Obviously. Yeah. A certain percentage of the population is just going to be stupid. Population growth makes that number higher. It also seems to be getting contagious. Yeah. Well, that's just the thing, dude. I mean, Joe, I know you're older, right? Quote from Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. Oh, yeah, I don't really watch Jay and Silent Bob either. I don't watch TV. I watch movies. Horror movies mostly. Comedies once in a while. It depends. Horror comedies, yes. Straight comedies. I'm sorry. Cisgender comedies. Gotta be politically correct. Depends. But stoner comedies like Jay and Silent Bob, I kind of consider that like stoner comedy because I know that they're all about the snooches and the booches and all that kind of stuff. I kind of avoid that stuff. It just ain't my thing. But I know, Joe, you're older and stuff, man. So I know you've seen a lot of the stages of evolution in our generations, dude. And I'm sure that I know it's like the classic, well, then every generation gets dumber, but they do. They really do. And that's not just me being old or saying, oh, this next generation's dumb. The generations before me, I think we're a little bit smarter, and then like they kind of keep going downhill, because we were dumb when I was young. Sure. Yeah. We didn't eat Tide Pods. We didn't snort condoms up our nose as a challenge, but we also didn't have the social media to blast us a million miles an hour that quick across the world. So it was kind of one of those things where, we didn't have the access like they do to be famous, and we didn't have that obsession like they do now, because that's what it is. Huge part of it is, can I get famous? How fast? Unfortunately, that's a huge part of it too. So, and I know it is. And we all have that. We all want to, again, be special. That goes back to that. We all want to be special, and the internet allows. Before you time, they smoked banana peel. I'm 99% positive, bro. You're currently smoking a banana peel. All right. So that sucked. That just collected down there like a fucking asshole. So let me just do this to change that up a bit. All right. Yeah, let's just now kind of do that. Whatever. Now, you're an overall overall nerd. That's fine, bro. Be an overall kind of a nerd. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm just more horror based. I mean, you could probably guess that from, seeing absolutely anything I ever post. But yeah, Something smells like a burnt armpit. Somebody's cooking something in the kitchen. Interesting. I don't know what that is. It smells like. What are you cooking? Can't hear me. Anyway, I've done that. I've also smoked peanut shells. What the fuck? All right, guys, listen. Drugs are bad, okay? Stop smoking banana peels and peanut shells and fucking weird ass shit you find in the garbage can. I'm sure it's not healthy. Just don't be doing that. It's not how you do this stuff. You guys are terrible fucking drug addicts. Oh, it was ramen? Huh, it doesn't smell like it. It smells like a burnt armpit. But I mean, all right, cool, bro. Whatever. Apparently, it was a ramen. Ramalama ding dong. I just didn't feel like there was enough black in this. I put black in it to begin with, like a lot. And then I'm like, you know what? I need to gray it up. And now I'm like, you know what? I need to black it up. Black that ass up. Speaking of horror films, The Vigil is a good movie. Old hallucinogenic methods. What? Smoking peanut shells? Huh. Well, all right then. The Vigil. I don't know what I've heard about that. I remember hearing something about it, but I don't remember what now. I'm gonna have to refreshificate my memory glands, bro. My weak little girly arms. Oh, I'm sorry, my weak little gender non-specific arms. I'm going to really get used to having to be like very gender neutral about everything I say. I do really want cancel culture to come to me, only because then I'll be famous enough to actually matter. Like I'll know I made it when cancel culture cancels me. Do you like Stephen King? Let me ask you a question about Stephen King. Do you like Stephen King? Because I'm going to ask you something interesting about Stephen King that I'm curious about. And I brought this up once before, and I'm going to do a whole video review on it at one point, because I'm wondering. And it actually kind of makes sense today. Hang on a minute. I'll just wait. Do you like Stephen King? Gotta answer me, Sean. Yes, no, bro. Yes or no, bro? Did Clown leave? I bet he did. That sack of dog shit. Sack of dog shit. Ouch, my neck. Oh. That's going to be way too much white, isn't it? That probably is, isn't it? Is it? Nah, maybe. Yeah, no, yep, kind of, yeah, it is. Bloop, 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 bloop. Eat some soup. That's what I like to say. It's stupid. It makes no fucking sense. I like to fucking say it because it's goddamn stupid. It makes no fucking sense. His movie's not really him personally. Okay, well, here's my question for you, man. This is what I've wondered for a long time now, right? About Stephen King. His books, and I don't read, so I've only thought about this from the movie perspective, right? But even from his movies, okay, he writes a lot having to do with children in sexual sexual ways. Why is cancel culture not going after him? In the movie and the book, we've all heard about it. The child gangbang scene that has to do with the girl of the group and all the friends. Apparently, in case anybody didn't know, there's a whole gangbang scene that takes place with her, I guess, pleasing them all and stuff right before they grow up. What? So with all this cancel culture and the pedophilia question squad, why the fuck has nobody looked into that? Wait, it gets worse. So the Shining, a lot of the relationship between the father and son is sexual. And apparently there's a lot of abuse in that department that is heavily insinuated about happening. Now, if actually I've never seen The Shining. Okay. Yeah, there's parts of it that are heavily insinuating that he molested the kid. So if all this stuff happens in his books and shit, and he writes about that shit, and I'm not sure how many other books, again, I don't read, and if I had the attention ability and comprehension ability to read novels, I might try to actually uncover this mystery that I think probably exists, but I don't, so I won't. But I'm just curious, like, has not anybody else like thought about that or anything? I mean, I don't know. I'm just asking, like, it's a weird thought of, hey, this dude writes a lot about this shit. Why has nobody been like, hey, bro, what's up with that? We should cancel these books or put a fucking disclaimer or something on those, Again, it goes back into who the fuck are you? Because he's considered fucking royalty, by the way, like legitimate horror royalty. Like, his word is God in the community of horror and novels. His word is God. If he says this person is the next big thing, they are literally the next big thing the next day. It's fucking crazy. So nobody can even come close to touching him. So if anybody even said anything, they'd probably get canceled for saying something. But Carrie, Misery, The Green Mile, Shawshank Redemption, Cujo, It, and Christine are the ones I've seen. Okay. I don't know. Like, again, I don't know to what degree any of it, has anything to do in those things. Well, when you're reading a book about a turtle that vomits up the world, I guess anything goes. So Mormons? You've read a lot of King. Okay, Richard. So you might, you might be able to answer that better because, like, if you've read a lot of King, like, I mean, I don't know to what degree there is or isn't that kind of stuff in his books, you know. But I mean, I would be concerned. I would have a legitimate amount of concern for that overall stuff being in his works so heavily, you know. Like, if it is, I know, like, again, it has been brought up controversially, but nobody has done anything that was in it. Yeah, I know. But then, like The Shining, there's a heavy insinuation of, again, molestation thing going on there. So it's at least two. What else, though? And, you know, you may have not read it and thought about it. It may have been some subtle plot points or something subtly that was in there. I don't know. So, I mean, that's the thing. Like, if you can think back and go, well, this book had something about a kid in it or anything like that. And I'm trying to think of anything else that comes to mind that I've ever heard about. Or, again, I don't know. My grandma used to read a lot of Stephen King stuff. But I mean, she wouldn't think of it in that sense. And that's a lot of the things, the mindset too, is like, are you looking for something like that in something? But again, if you went up against saying something like that about Stephen King, you'd be canceled. He wouldn't. You would. You know, you would get canceled, not him. 100%. If you went up against saying something like that, it'd be ridiculous. But I just was curious about that because it seems like, you know, in that sense, why has nobody ever brought that up? And again, maybe just people didn't notice it. Maybe it's been a hush-hush secret. Oh, the turtle was in the book. I thought you were talking about the Mormons because they believe like the world is on the back of a turtle flying through space or something. Oh, so he does talk a great deal about sex in general and children finding who they were sexually. Okay. See, so on a psychological level, it's curiosity for me that he would write so heavily about it and nobody questioned that in today's witch hunt like society, you know. The movie The Shining, the book and the movie The Shining were very different. Hold on a minute. We just so subtly slept rage under the rug along with Petal Jam's Jeremy. With Petal Jam's. We just so subtly swept rage, like Rage Against the Machine, under the rug along with Petal Jam. You mean Pearl Jam's Jeremy. Jeremy spoken yesterday. Yeah, that song. And the book of The Shining was very different from the movie. I don't know. I don't read. But, I mean, if he's read a bunch of Stephen King, he says that, yeah, they do talk about it a lot. You know, again, I don't know. I don't know. On a personal note, don't know. So any information, any validation, validity behind it, I'm just curious. Again, I'm interested to know because in today's witch hunt society of who's the perverts, who's the weirdos, who's the guilty, I'm just surprised that nobody has gone after, you know, Stephen King. But again, he is a god and you can't touch him. And when you reach a certain level of notoriety and legendary status, people don't even try. And, you know, I'm sure the Epstein Island thing had a list a mile long of people's names. And if his name wasn't on there, people probably were like, oh, okay, he's fine. You know, I'm sure that was it. But I don't know. I don't know anything about any of it. This is just me questioning the world around me because I don't know. You know what I mean? And I'm just questioning answers and searching for what may or may not be out there. I'm just wondering why, you know, like why nobody else has questioned anything like that. Like, has anybody else noticed it? Because I know a lot of people, kind of like when you have a girlfriend or when you're looking at a girl that you want to hook up with, it's real easy to ignore the red flags that are all over flying around like a goddamn person trying to land an airplane. Real easy to ignore those fucking red flags, you know, even when you know you shouldn't. But that's just the thing is, do people do that with the books and stuff? Like, are they just ignoring it? Are they like, no, he's a good artist, he's a good guy? So, because, you know, They did not do that with the dude for uh oh my god, I love the movie. It was a great movie. Come on, think brain. Fuck me. There was 3 of them made. The first 2 were cool. The third one was decent for what it was. He also made the Clown House movie. He molested a boy on that. The boy was 12. He got in trouble for it, but he came back and still had a career in Hollywood. And everybody was like, "What the fuck?" The 3 movies. Be Eating You was in the first fucking movie. It was about the boy and the girl, the sister and the brother. He's a demon. Every 23 summers, or 23 springs, he comes out and feeds for 23 days, and he takes your body parts, sniffs you for fear. Jeepers Creepers. Thank you. Anyway, but yes, Jeepers Creepers. That dude totally got cancel cultured because of what happened there. And people project their own values on their heroes. Okay, true. But that's the thing is, like, he wasn't big enough to outrun that shit. It totally caught up to him, But some people hate the movies Jeepers Creepers now because of him. They don't differentiate the art from the artist. And a lot of people are like, no, fuck that. Those movies are garbage. I'm like, are they garbage or was he garbage? And you just can't, you don't like the movies because of him. And they're like, yeah, because he was trash. And I'm like, all right, well, that's kind of goes back to the, is it a good thing that this person made? Honest to God, and I know this for a fact, if these people, and I mean the masses, the mass majority, if everybody knew what really goes on in Hollywood, they would cancel every movie, every director, every writer, every producer, 95% of the actors, everything. Believe me, they would cancel all of it. You want to talk about musicians? I've seen it first fucking hand. Fucking time after fucking time after fucking time. Every one of your goddamn heroes. Bet money. Bet money. I've seen your fucking musical heroes do shit that if you fucking knew, you would fucking want them canceled. Oh, yeah. And I hate to say it, that is the nature of the beast, and I'm not making excuses for it, but that has been the business for so fucking long that is just how it's always fucking been. And everybody's acting surprised. Like, what? Oh, my God. But that's how it's been. And now people are finally opening their fucking eyes about it. And people are actually speaking up about it now. And people are being surprised like it never fucking was a thing. No, it's always been a fucking thing. Fucking to get your parts has always been a fucking thing. Let's put that fucking out there. Abuse on set from your directors and shit to get you to fucking do, it's always been a fucking thing. Okay? It's been terrible. Working conditions and shit have been shit. Garbage. The way they treat you and shit's garbage most of the time. Higher ranking producers and shit are fucking terrible people. And they will strong arm the fuck out of you and use their power fucking terrible shit. 100%. So if everybody honestly knew what goes on, you'd never watch another movie. You'd never, because you wouldn't be able to handle the fucking truth. And it's like, man, if cancel culture really knew, they couldn't enjoy their favorite TV shows. They couldn't enjoy their favorite movies. They couldn't enjoy any of it because it takes 100 fucking people to make a movie. Out of those 100 fucking people, 90 of them are some of the scum of the fucking earth human beings. Trust me. Trust me. They are. A few of them are good. A few of them are good people. But most of them are not. Most of them are the kind of people that you want canceled. And that's it, man. Same thing with these fucking, with musicians, you know? Never meet your heroes, people. Never meet your fucking heroes. Because they'll, if you meet them on the same level as a real person, it'll change your goddamn mind real quick. Some of them are cooler than fuck, man. I've met a lot of really cool people. Yes, I have. I've become friends with a couple of them. They're great fucking people. I have met way more fucking dickbags, though, I'll tell you that. And what's really shitty is some really close friends of mine in bands idolize some of the shittiest fucking people I've ever met. But I won't tell them. I won't tell them how shitty those people really are, because I don't want to break them. I don't want to, you know, I don't want to take that magic from them. I don't want to take that feeling from them, you know. And even if I did, even if I told them that, what good is it going to do? What's it going to do? It's going to make me look like a fucking douchebag. It's going to just make the whole situation. I'm not going to do that to them. If they ever meet them in person, good for them. If they ever meet them in person, have a chance to sit down in the green room like we have before, and they actually get a chance to deal with that, more power to them. And then they'll learn their own way. And then from there, maybe they'll be like, dude, I met so-and-so, and man, they're fucking pieces of shit. I used to think they were so cool. And I'll be like, let me tell you a story. Back in 2007, we played a show, and, you know, but I don't want to ruin people's dreams. I don't. But if people knew the truth behind a lot of this shit, that they complain about all this other stuff, you know, it's terrible. All of it's terrible. And people just don't know the truth behind most of it. It sucks, because you want to be. I tell people all the time, I'm like, man, you don't even know. More than half, majority of the people in Hollywood, man. Now the indie scene's good. There's a huge uprising in the indie scene where a lot of these independent filmmakers and stuff are rising up, and a lot of them are pretty damn good people. And they're doing good. They're trying to do good. And they're really being like conscientious about, you know, the problems in Hollywood, and they're trying to change things and do better. So as long as they continue to be on the rise, there will be like a whole new wave of positive influence and a whole new wave of positive direction in the film industry that will come up and hopefully take, you know, Hollywood's place. But Hollywood still got all that fucking power, all that fucking money, you know? And that's the shit part about it. Is what Jeremy was about. Another Banned Book is what Jeremy was about. What? Is it really? Rage was a book by King under a pseudonym found in a locker of a kid that shot his teachers. Okay. And Another Banned Book is what Jeremy was about. Jeremy was about, so the song Jeremy by Pearl Jam was about a banned book. I never knew. I can't understand what that guy ever says, dude. He sounds like a Muppet with a mouthful of marbles. You know? Like he does. I can't even remember like some of the songs where he's like, like, dude, like what did you even say, man? Something about butterflies? Okay, cool, bro. Good story. I don't know what he ever said. So all I know is he sounded like a Muppet with like marbles in his mouth that wiggled and jiggled a lot. Hey, Noodles, I wasn't really singing for you, but sure. Noodles like, what? You singing in here, bro? What's up? All right, I'll lay down. So yeah, I mean, I'm sure that he sang great stuff, and you know, I don't know, sang about important things. I just don't know what any of it was. I kept threatening to make a cover song that would be those that so I could do that voice, because I just love making fun of that voice all the time. My wife's like, you should do it, husband. It's amazing. I'm like, thanks, wife. Maybe I will. One day I will. Just so I can do that fucking voice like all the time. be stupid fun. River flow. Blah, 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 butterflies, yeah. Ooh. I mean, that's obviously not his voice there, but you get what I'm saying. The point is, it would be fun, stupid to do. So, yeah, maybe. I don't know. Maybe not. Shit, I'll figure it out one day. What? All right, we're doing decent. And people project their own values on their heroes, and they do. They really do. The human race is a very confusing clusterfuck of things. For being meat, powered by an electronic piece of meat, like an electric piece of meat, powering a big piece of meat, it's a weird idea if you think about it. We just run around, running amok, thinking we're the best thing on the planet. Other things on the planet probably look at us and go, wow. I mean, dude, we don't do anything good. What good do we really do here? The details of cancel culture. What's the details of cancel culture? The song Jeremy? Or marbles in your mouth? Anyway, so yes. Doodly doodly doo. I'm digging this now. It's starting to come the fuck together for fucking once. It was trash before. Fucking garbage. But now it's actually starting to fucking do something with itself. I'm not that fucking angry at it anymore. Kind of. I kind of am. But I kind of ain't. I'm kind of all right with it being fucking trash now. Kind of. You're just jealous you're not Eddie Vedder. That's his name, Eddie Vedder. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I'm just jealous that I don't sound like a Muppet with marbles in my mouth. You're right. Dang me not being a Muppet with marbles in my mouth. I just, so that was my childhood dream, Muppeteer, Muppet man, Muppet mouth. That's what they want. That's what they called me. That was my nickname as growing up, was Muppet mouth and penis breath. It was weird. It was a weird. I don't really know what the kids meant, but the point being is the song ties in with the King's book and real life events. Again, I have no idea what you're talking about, but I'm going to believe okay. Muppet looks behind against the wall. Look, guys, I don't know what references you guys fucking ever make, okay? I don't watch TV. I don't listen to music. I literally live inside my own bubble. So, like, every reference you guys make is like, Muppet looks behind against the wall. I'm sure that's a reference to something. The video, Jeremy, was about a kid that shot himself in class. See, that's what I thought. Travis here says the song, though, ties in with King's book and real life events. Are you talking about like real life events of a kid shooting himself in class? And he's talking about, he said that, look behind you. Oh, yeah, Puppet Me, Puppet 4. That Puppet 4 is third or fourth generation Puppet 4. I can't remember. Because the first one I made out of a styrofoam ball. Second one, no, that's third generation. Yeah, it's third generation Puppet 4. And he has a puppet chicken on him for some weird reason. But yeah. Anyway, Puppet 4. Why did that do that like that? That's odd, but that's okay. I don't know. Maybe not. We'll see what happens. Fuck my butt. Fuck my butt. Come along and fuck my butt. So anyway, we are about to do something questionably stupid. Of course it is. No, I don't know anything about Jeremy or Eddie Vedder. Salad Fingers would like your painting. Okay, now see, I do know who Salad Fingers is, because Salad Fingers is the weird dude on the internet from way back in the day, and that guy did not expect his salad fingers to go crazy on the internet, but it did. And became a pop culture phenomenon, and it's just weird stuff. And everybody knows who Salad Fingers is, you know. The Rusty Spoon and all that. There we go. Yeah, nice little grayish outline there. Yeah. We'll just do that like that. Kind of gray it up a little bit and give it kind of a vignette kind of look. We'll do another layer of that in a minute. I don't know what I'm gonna do about this right here though now. And I'm gonna put some more pink up there. I'm gonna make little flowers and shit. Fuck me, right? Flowers. But anyway. Yeah. It's not coming out too shabby now. It's all right. It's not nearly what it should have been. And I don't understand why it needs to be what it should. What it's supposed. You know, I don't fucking get it. What the fuck am I doing? So anyway, I'm surprised cancel culture hasn't canceled a lot of things that it hasn't canceled yet. It's coming. The movie Blackula, Blaxploitation, anything and everything along those lines, it will happen. It's going to happen. You know, you just got to give it time. Hang on to any of those films you have, because at one point or another, they're going to be completely canceled. Probably, you know, if you really think about it, you know, if it gets bad, if it gets too bad, and I mean, if it gets too bad, and it could, I know a lot of people are going to say, no, it ain't going to get that bad. But, you know, I'm pretty sure that Nazi Germany didn't think it would get that bad, right? I'm pretty sure that any culture that went through some serious witch hunt kind of shit, where people were getting hunted down and fucking killed, or their books were getting burned, their cultures were getting destroyed, any kind of time of stuff like that happening, you know, I'm pretty sure they at one point thought, some people thought, nah, it's not going to get that bad. Don't worry about it. That always happens. So in theory, if you say, oh, it's not going to get that bad, it could. If it got that bad, it could get to a point where some movies may get completely eradicated, deleted from all sense of media, and lost in time forever. That would be shitty. It could go the same with books. You know, again, book burning was a thing at one point, and they're talking about doing book burning now, I guess. Somewhere they just did some book burning or something. But if you think about it, hypothetically, just hypothetically, let's say the internet, all digital media goes down. Let's say some crazy viral hack thing happens and the newest form of a virus hits, and it literally destroys absolutely every form of fucking media on the internet, hypothetically. And all you're left with is the books, is your CDs, is that kind of media, physical media. If you don't have it, you can't get it, because all the stores are gone. You know, all the movie stores are gone. All that kind of shit's gone now. Digital media or physical media is about to be completely gone. So what's that going to leave us with? You know, not very many options. No options. Don't tell me it can't happen here. Exactly. So that's a scary thought, because if they decide, if they deem this book too offensive, get rid of it. And they go into public libraries, recall the book. It's gone from public libraries. If they go online digitally and disallow it to be downloaded, go into audiobooks and discontinue it, take it out completely, delete it from all digital outlets everywhere, it's gone. The only copies remaining would be the physical copies that people have, right? hypothetically, let's say it gets to a point in our society where cancel culture literally is God. Okay? And when they say this book must be found and destroyed, home to home search. Because they've done that kind of shit in history. It's happened. In history, that shit has happened. Then, wow, fuck. You know what I mean? Like, if they think the Dr. Seuss shit gets that bad. Why does my fucking shoulder itch? God damn, I got the scabies. Oh, now. Anyway. But if it was to get to that point. Oh, no. It's because it's late, dude. It's fucking 12:30, bro. I didn't sedate my kids. They're in bed for school tomorrow. But that would be a scary thing. Good thing I still have all the Goddamn Machine albums on CD. They'll cancel you eventually. I hope. Again, I want that kind of attention because then I could be like, oh, I got canceled. Oh, I'm important. You know? And dude, I can't have lice. I ain't got enough hair, bro. I try. I'm like, oh, come on, lice. Come on, lice. If I have enough hair, maybe you'll be there. No. Yeah, I know the beard almost should be like, oh, lice can live in there. Oh, wait, scabies are bugs, aren't they? That's right. Scabies are like on birds or something, aren't they? I think scabies are the little like bird lice, aren't they? I forgot what scabies were. I was thinking of shingles. Like people get the like weird like dry spots or their shingles. Or is dry spots something else? Dry spots are dry spots are like something that starts with an S too, isn't it? Oh my God. I don't care. Anyway, skin mites? I don't know, bro. Why are we talking about skin mites and scabies? I just said, oh, I got scabies. Oh, I got them scabies. Oh, you got them scabies? Give me some of them scabies. But, oh, whoops. I accidentally spilled some paint stuff. Anyway, as far as it goes, no, I'll never be cool enough to get canceled. I mean, I try to be offensive like you, but apparently I'm not cool enough to get banned or anything. Such a shame. Maybe one day. Nope. Not anytime soon. Wah, 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 wah. But now as far as it goes, you know, this world though, again, tryingly weird times. And if we do get to a point where we're not able to hang on to our media, if we can't hold on to our media, like, again, let's say this fucking Dr. Seuss thing does get crazy out of hand, you know, and we're forced to give up the Dr. Seuss books, which is a little bit out of fucking, you know, that would be a little far-fetched. But, like, let's just take it to the extreme. And they go to the book burning stage of, you got to give us all these Dr. Seuss books so we can burn them in the streets because the devil, or what the fuck ever excuse they're going to use and say and blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Like, goddamn, that would be some extreme shit. And at that point, what can you do? Nothing. We're at the mercy of monsters that believe they are the knight in shining armor. Some things are dangerous. Some things are dangerous. Some beliefs are bad. Sure, abso-fucking-lutely. But in the opposite direction, some things are just as bad and just as dangerous. That's just the thing, you know? Sometimes it's just as fucking scary. The opposite direction. The scale has to be balanced. Because too much of one thing or too much of the other thing is equally fucked up. That's just it. I had a buddy of mine once. We're no longer friends. He just didn't like my sense of humor anymore, which is weird. But he didn't like my sense of humor because I actually have a fucking sense of humor. But the thing is I would joke all the time about everything. And he became liberal left. But what he would say, and that's fine, being liberal is fine. I have nothing against liberals. My wife's like super liberal. I'm not anything. I don't know what the fuck liberal and Republican and Democrat and all that shit really means. I'm kind of like, hey, if you're a fuck ass, you're a fuck ass. It doesn't matter what side you're on. But he would say, and this is one of the things I thought was the weirdest thing ever. He made a post once about how fucked up the Republicans were and that they were putting everybody in these Nazi camps, like all these kids in Nazi camps and all these people in cages and, you know, fuck them and they're just Nazis and yada, 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 you know, and how fucked up and wrong it is to do that, right? Then literally a couple of days later, because he was saying how fucked up it was and how like they're Nazis and how the Nazis were fucked up for doing this, for putting people in internment camps and killing them and how wrong that was. Literally 2 days later, he then posted, we need to round up all these Republicans in internment camps, put them in cages, and then kill them all. Like, that's the shit he said. Literally like 2 days later. He was just saying how fucked up it was that the Nazis did this and that the Republicans were doing this and how wrong it was. 2 days later, he said, that's what they need to do to them. But he didn't compare. He didn't say because they're doing it. He just said it. They need to do this. We need to do this to them. We need to get rid of them. Rah! And I go, do you see the irony? Like, do you see what you're doing there, buddy? You see how that's working? Like, dude, you've literally gone so far this way that you've already come all the way over here. Like, you're literally doing the thing that you're hating them for doing. You're saying, let's do what they're doing. That doesn't even fucking make sense. And that's it. Without balance in your fucking mind, without balance in your soul, without balance in your existence and your life, you do this. And you go one fucking direction, fucking 90 miles an hour, and you will crash and burn. Period. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter what it's for. If you believe so goddamn strongly in a cause that you are blinded to everything around it and you will head on crash. Moderation in all things, including moderation. You, sir, are a wise man beyond your years. And that is it. And that is the only thing I try to preach to people about that kind of shit, like including my wife. My wife's she's a feminist, and she's very liberal, and she's very like, rah! And I'm like, yeah, you should calm the fuck down and maybe, you know, talk to people about their ideas, opinions, and their side, because, you know, you're a little gung-ho about stuff. And she's like, no, it's my opinion or fuck you. And I'm like, that's stupid. You know, that's really dumb. You're kind of not smart for that. I mean, she's a really smart woman. Really, really smart woman. Not that smart. She married me. But just under that smartness, you know, like marrying me and then like, you know, she's right here. So she married me. So she's just not smart enough that she married me. You know what I mean? Anyway, but yeah, it's funny because if you don't have that balance, you'll go off the fucking rails and you become crazy and you become obsessed and you become this fucking nutbag that goes one direction, just and it's ironic because he was so gung-ho in that one direction, he didn't even know he came the fuck back around in a circle and he became the thing he hated because a lot of the shit he was spouting off and ranting about was the same shit they were ranting. Like a lot of the like Trump supporters and stuff like that were just spouting hateful stuff And that was the stuff he was posting about. And he was always saying like, oh, they're so hateful and they want all this violence and And then he would turn around and say, we need to do this and we need to do that to them and we need to do that. And I hate this and I hate them. And he was spouting off that shit. Oh, see ya, man. I'm about to get off here anyway. It's my final thoughts, if you will. But he would go that route. And I'm like, dude, you're literally saying the same shit they say. Huh? And he'd be like, no, I'm not. I'm all, bro, it's almost word for fucking word if you look at this. And like it was dumb. It was just dumb. And then, you know, I would make jokes about how stupid all of it was. And then I was the bad guy. You know, I ended up being kind of like, I don't know. Like, you know, he just didn't understand how I could joke about stuff. And I'm like, dude, I joke about everything. Especially stupid shit, like how driven people get with politics and shit. And it's like politics, religion, you know, the world today is just too focused on a single topic that the cell phone tells you to be focused on. That's it. And I know it drives me nuts, and I say it all the time. I'm digging where this is going now. I am actually liking this. Okay. I'm not too disappointed in it. You know, I keep glancing away, glance back. I like it. It's the glance test. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. It's starting to look much better. Self high five. That's a clap. And I invented that, by the way. So if anybody ever steals it on the internet, fuck you. I've been saying that for years now, where I go, yeah, self high five. That's a clap. That's mine. Fuck you. Anyway, but man, cancel culture. Here's the kicker. It's always been around. It'll always be around. It's just now it's at the touch of a button, and it's the speed of, you know, it's the speed of a click. And that's what scares me, because it's this moderation. You know, like you said, it's the balance thing. There is no moderation. There is no balance to it. It is straight ahead forward 110% until it crashes into a wall. And when it crashes into a wall, it's like those little bots. It's like a Roomba. Boop. And then it goes to the next thing. And it fucking slams into it. Then it goes to the next thing and slams into it. It gives no fucks if you're innocent or if you're guilty, if you deserve it or not. It didn't give a fuck about Johnny Depp. Fucking smashed his career. Ends up being, oh, we were wrong. It was really her. Well, it's too late. They still don't touch him, even though they know Amber Heard was the fucking problem now. He was an alcoholic, sure, but man, fuck, apparently she was a fucking terrible human being. And now everybody's like, oh, yeah, cancel her. And they would not. Notice they still hung on to her. They clung to her. They said, no, we're not doing it. We're holding strong. We're not going to cancel her. She's still an Aquaman 2. She's still an Aquaman 2. And then everybody started saying, don't watch Aquaman 2 then. And they still held strong. Still held out until just recently. Think about that. They even knew she was the fucking problem, and they were like, oh, fuck, nope, we're still holding on. We're still holding strong. Fuck it. So cancel culture, you know, again, it's all in who you are. Oh, are you a woman? Nah, we're not going to cancel you. Nah. Oh, are you fucking Hollywood royalty? Nah, we're not going to cancel you. Are you a minority? Nah, we're probably not going to cancel you. No. Thing is, dude, it's all in who you are. Easy target. Cancel. Not going to fight back. Cancel. Cancel culture is a problem because it's going to be and is sometimes misused. The more easily people realize that they can abuse power, they do. That's fact. That is life. So once people realize they can abuse, use, and crush people with this cancel culture mob mentality, we're going to see a lot more random as fuck people that have no star shine, really, that are going to just get mowed the fuck over. Guarantee it. And it may be 5 years from now before you start seeing that start happening, but it will. I guarantee it will start happening. Where just regular people are going to start getting cancel cultured. And I know it's already happened a few times. And I know people have posted false accusations that have gotten people fired. The SWAT thing was a big deal with gamers. That's basically the same basic shit. It's the basics are the same, where, you know, kids would get pissed off at getting beat at a video game. And so then they'd be like, I'm going to get you swatted. And they would call in like bomb threats and shit on the other gamers, and they would get fucking swatted. There was a kid's dad who got shot and killed during one of those raids. Multiple injuries had happened. There's been a bunch of fucked up shit because of that kind of stuff. And that runs along the same kind of lines, where you piss somebody off. And now with social media being such a big thing, you can accuse somebody of the simplest shit. And it reached 1 million people that quick. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. Because even without proof, the allegation, you're guilty. And by the time you can prove your innocence, you're done. And it doesn't even matter, because your voice of reason, your voice of honesty, your voice of truth, and your proof, even if you can back it up with absolute evidence, nobody will give a fuck, because everybody loves drama. Everybody loves to see people tragedy. Everybody loves a car wreck. Everybody loves to drive by slow and stare and see what they can see. Nobody gives a fuck when somebody is just fine. People want to see the dead body. People want to see the people in pain. People want to hear the dramatic and the sob story and this happened and that happened. Everybody loves grandma's stories, you know? Oh, grandma's watching her stories. That's what this shit is in real life. People love the drama. And that sucks, because we are drawn to misery, and misery loves company. And that is what that all fucking means. So that is why the cancel culture is a scary thing, because it can be used for evil real fast. Not just, I know it's a good intention right now for the most part, but it won't be that way for long. Just like any of this stuff. It's only used for good for the first few minutes. And then after that, somebody realizes they can profit off of it, or somebody realizes they can abuse that power. That's just human greed. That's human nature. That's human. Well, I'm done ranting. I'm sorry. I didn't paint for shit. I swear to God, I am a terrible painter. I just like to rant. I think I just like to hear myself talk. I do enjoy the interaction with everybody, though. I like to be able to talk to you guys. I can't believe it's already fucking 1 o'clock in the morning here almost. God, I just got to go to bed. And I wanted to do a couple other things before I went to bed. And but I'm liking this. I'm digging it much better now than what I was. That's for sure. Again, not thinking about it just helps. So much love to everybody who actually watched. I do highly appreciate it. And I'll try to do this again tomorrow. Maybe I won't rant so much. Maybe I'll just fucking paint. Man, sometimes I get passionate about my feels on this stuff, brah. I'm sorry, guys. Much love and peace out, yo.